Hello everybody, my name's Arlo White and welcome to the Scouting Report on SoundersFC.com. This week the Sounders travel east to face the Philadelphia Union at PPL Park. The Union have started their second season very well. They're top of the Eastern Conference and amazingly all four of their games so far have ended in 1-0 scorelines. Thankfully for Peter Novak and his side, the Union have come out on top in 3 of those games. This is what to expect then at PPL Park on Saturday afternoon. Against the New York Red Bulls last week in the new derby match, Peter Novak was happy for his side to concede 65% of the possession in the match, a 1-0 victory, remember. He was unlucky. Brian Carroll went off injured, a centre midfielder in the first 5 minutes. Akugo came on and he and Miglioranzi are 2 quite defensive central midfielders. So Carlos Ruiz and Sebastian Letou in a 4-4-2 formation were starved of a lot of ball early on, and that's when Carlos Ruiz, the veteran, got a bit creative. Let's take a look at this. Very early in the game, in the 3rd minute, Thierry Henry, that's a poor ball by him. Daniel, the Trinidad international, intercepts. Look at this from Ruiz. 5 yards inside the New York Red Bulls half of the field, and he had Kundul scampering back a little bit there, a little nervously. This from 30 yards, great technique, left-footed, an excellent drive after 22 minutes, but Kundul was equal to that again. So Ruiz showing his threat from distance. But here's a guy who scored 99 goals in a 7-year spell in Major League Soccer a few years ago. He was with Ziggy Schmidt in 2002 at the LA Galaxy, and they won the MLS Cup together. And that season, including playoffs, he managed 32 goals. Not all from 40 yards. He can be a poacher as well. Take a look at this. Late on in the home game at PPL against the Vancouver Whitecaps, screaming for the ball here. Can he get it? The cross comes in from Letou and he turns it home from 5 yards. So Carlos Ruiz, a major threat up front for the Philadelphia Union. But against a midfield that sort of packs in with 2 defensive players as a screen across the back 4, how do the Sounders get through it? Well, the simple answer would be just run straight through them. Easier said than done, of course, but dribbling the football and taking on defenders does attract other defenders when it's done well. Another example from the New York game for Philadelphia last week. Henry wins the ball here in his own half, does well to get round the first man, still got the ball, goes round Miglioranzi, and suddenly there's a little bit of panic for the Union. We'll pause it just there. Danny Califf had his arm up a few seconds ago. They're down to 3 defenders here, and if that ball is better from Thierry Henry, having attracted those defenders with that dribbling run, then maybe New York will have been in business. But let's take a look at the ball as the play ends here. It just kind of peters out. Have Seattle got anybody in their team that can dribble the ball effectively? Well, of course they have. Let's remind ourselves of this wonderful goal last week. Look at the give and go between Zakuani and O'Brien White. Zakuani so quick, didn't see too many tricks in that move. It was very direct, but he had pace, he attracted defenders, and he finished superbly well. So maybe that's a way through a very congested field at PPL Park. Now, Peter Novak, he may start cautiously, even at home sometimes, but you can guarantee if the game is close, at 0-0, at 1-1, or he needs a goal, after 65 minutes, he'll go offensive. We showed you Carlos Ruiz scoring against Vancouver, a late winner. Novak had brought on McInerney and Torres late on in that game, and it paid instant dividends. Against New York, late on, around the hour mark, he's up to the same again, look. Just 58 minutes on the clock, here comes Danny Mwanga, a tall striker in his 2nd year. He went up front. Carlos Ruiz comes off after a good shift put in against the New York Red Bulls. On comes the 19-year-old Roger Torres in search of his first Major League Soccer goal, and it came in less than 30 seconds on the field. Tim Ream here, US international, gives the ball away to Mwanga. Mwanga inside to Torres, and look at this for a left-footed finish. Absolutely terrific. So Torres off the mark. So Novak, we think, will start cautiously. He'll see how it goes for the first hour, maybe 65 minutes, before he decides to make offensive substitutions. I wonder if he might be more positive from the start this week. Could Torres get a start alongside Miglioranzi in midfield? Does he fancy Akugo in that midfield as well? We will wait and see. So, kick-off on Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Join me on the call, Kong 6:16. The pre-game show starts at 12:30. You can also access us on audio via 97.3 Cairo FM, on mynorthwest.com, or via the Sounders FC iPhone app. Do enjoy the game, everybody. For SoundersFC.com, that was your scouting report. I'm Arlo White, and I'll talk to you soon.